And this isn't the only way to get this. Anytime this is here, I'm going to get this, right? And it'll just end up here a lot of the time in the course of his defending the position. But I can force it there by showing this, right? If he does nothing, then I submit him here. If he brings that arm across or even gets up onto that shoulder, which he often will, I shift and sink over his elbow, right? This is the main thing, right? So I go sternum over the elbow, and then I feed this wrist to the hand that's under his head, all right? So again, I'm a thumb out gripper right here. Feed here, sorry, go to the figure 4, and then I change where I am relative to him. So I bring my knee up to his head. And generally speaking, I'm cradling his head here. And then I come to here with this foot, right? So I collapse so that the sole of my foot is pointed the same direction as the top of his head, so that my weight is heavy in my hamstring, really over his hip. Once I get to this position, I let his head out, and then I press his face down with my elbow. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Good. All right, so now a bunch of different things happen. Sometimes I feed and base. Sometimes I'm balanced enough right here that I just come, right? I'm super balanced right here. So it's really just getting my foot unfolded from underneath my butt here, but then I'm super unweighted on that leg, and I can do whatever I want with it. So now I bring my heel to his face, and I'm kind of mean about this. I collect his face with my heel and pull it to my butt. Sometimes I'll grab this arm to modulate this fall, but most of the time I feel pretty comfortable just falling back right here. I like to blade my legs this way so that I'm tight over his face, and I have some control of this arm, and then obviously I come back to finish. So again, fake the Americana as soon as that arm comes across. I don't generally even, I'll reach for it, but mostly I'm just weighting down over it. I'll base out here and make sure that this arm can't come back. Pull the arm back. It's so trapped. Unless he can defy the laws of physics somehow, it's staying there. Now, this one goes under his head and I grip. Sometimes I have to feed this arm to this hand. It's fine. Then I go to the figure 4, and my knee comes to the back of his head. So my knee is touching my elbow right now. And then here. This is a nice tight S mount. I've got his head cradled here. He has really no power to do anything in this position. So a lot of times what you'll find is that people are pretty loose right here. They're not fighting real hard at this point, but they will fight. Just not right here. Now, I loose this elbow, push his face down, sorry. And I get across his hip here. Get that leg out, step over, collect with my heel, sit back, blade my legs. Now, let's have you defend with a gable grip. Gable grip. Okay, so the gable grip, the counter to this defense is, or a counter is, I make this cup around his elbow and I pull his elbow to my hip. And I lock my elbow to the outside of my hip. This hand comes through all the way to the elbow. I want it under his wrist, and I want to look at my palm. And then I fall to this shoulder and rotate around.